How many pitches have you had in your inbox already today? How many perfect solutions have you been offered? Let's be honest. Are you overwhelmed? Do you feel downright exhausted? Feeling like maybe you somehow missed something? Even possibly like everybody else won and you just somehow didn't? Or maybe even everything kind of went great this weekend, whether it be great time with family or your promotion really worked. And now you're drowning in all that success or in a house full of dishes and mess. Here's the real question. What are you actually supposed to do today? I mean, after all, it is Cyber Monday, so you should have some kind of online offer, right? Are you supposed to have an online deal? Did you plan on it? Were you going to, but maybe you didn't? Did you put something out there and you keep refreshing and it doesn't really feel like it's working? Maybe you just feel behind. Maybe, maybe you feel ahead. But I bet in all of it, you definitely feel tired of the noise and possibly even just a little worn out. You see, none of that determines your future. Not the good stuff that's happened, not the bad stuff that's happened, not all the things you did or all even the things you didn't do. Not what you tried, and especially not what didn't work. You see, you are meant to succeed. I want you to ask yourself this question. What if I could succeed right here, right now, today? No matter what your last 4 days have looked like, no matter whether Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday was all dishes and company, or it was total massive chaos of sales and selling. You're meant to succeed and you're meant to do it right now. Can you believe that? Is that what you really want? Because what I want to do is I want to show you the difference. I want to focus in today on one thing that can be the difference between being stuck and really winning. It's this. It's sharing truth, being visible. I want to share that truth with you, the truth of visibility, so that you can really understand how it works. As I've been doing, I'm just going to pull back the marketing curtains. I want to show you why so much of what you've done hasn't worked and exactly what you can do today to turn everything in your favor. Are you ready for that? Let's do it. Hi, Charlotte. So glad to have you here with us. My name is Steve Kidd. I'm a third-generation minister, international best-selling author of 40 books and counting. Over the course of the last nearly 40 years now, working as a marketing expert for multi-billionaires, stay-at-home moms, startup companies, you name it, it runs the gambit. While I've been doing that, I've helped over 5,000 people write, publish, market their books to bestseller, and everything that goes beyond that. But more than anything, what I look forward to is being able to help you. You see, you're only as good as the next thing you do is kind of how it feels, isn't it? It only makes a difference in the world of, that feels like, what have you done for me lately? I know we feel that one all the time, don't we? And it's so easy on a day like today, Cyber Monday, right? Got to have that online offer, got to have those things, got to be all on and really powerfully there and make the powerful impact and do the stuff and be the thing. Because after all, It's one of the biggest online sales days, if not the biggest online sales day of the year. So if you don't do it, you're lost out. Those are the messages we keep getting told to us, don't we? Hey, Pizza Guy, glad to have you here with us. AKA Elliot. You see, and I've talked about these for months now, but I want to, kind of show them to you in a new light. Yes, I call them the 3 C's: clarity, consistency, and connection. But maybe even more than that is just really the word visibility. So, what do you need to know? You need to be clear who you're talking to and what you're telling them. And you need to understand that there is so much noise. Part of the reason why you're being bombarded right now is because AI has made it easy. A person could sit down and they could write out 30 emails and do it in less than 30 minutes. Okay, now depending on the software you're using, over the course of an hour, you could, whether it be one a day, every day for the next 30 days, so you go all the way from tomorrow through New Year's Eve. Or you could bombard people with an email every other hour. I wouldn't suggest that second one, but there is a lot of noise out there. It isn't about saying more. More is just more. It's about understanding clearly who you are, who you're talking to, and what they need. What I know you need is visibility. You wrote that book. Did you publish it? Most of you did, right? Many of you, I know, because I've seen all the statistics and I've heard all the people, and I've been asked the bazillion questions about, isn't everybody a bestseller these days? And even though in truth, the percentage is extraordinarily small, it feels that way. And I get that. But here's the question: even if you did become a bestseller, what did you do with it? And what is your book doing? You see, and I've used this phrase and I really kind of have fallen in love with it here recently. Your book is not just a business card. It is the only real, true landing page. But that's only, hey, Jack, that's only if you're leading the people through a journey with you, a journey to get to know you, to like you, to trust you, to see the validity in the information that you're giving them. Now, there's a couple elements to that. Number one is, you have to know who you're talking to. Number two is, you've got to give them the thing that they need. We try too hard these days to say a lot of words and not give people anything, rather than just what I'm trying to do here with you today. And that's just purely and simply tell you, here's exactly what you need to do. Okay. You need to have a book. Okay. The book is still, even with all the books that are out there, all the AI noise, all the everything, a book is still the greatest way of expressing your message you possibly can. Because if you do a live, the people have to be there live, whether it's virtual or in person. They have to be there for that. Okay, if you do something that's evergreen, you record it and you put it out on YouTube or something like that, people have to search and find it. Those are a go rather than an invitation in. Okay, and you have to be, hey Jeremy, glad to have you here with us. You have to still do marketing to get to where they are. Okay, whereas the books, number one, Amazon is like the second largest search engine in the world. Google is the first, Amazon is the second. Now I know that really we could look at the statistical realities of how much Grok and Gemini and ChatGPT are taking over the world of searching and the world of search engines. But ultimately, the search engine is still valid because, if you open up a Google page and you just type at the top of it, you don't even know the URL. You're just like, what does the blah, blah, blah equal to blah, blah, blah? First thing that's going to pop up, some type of AI driven messaging, probably from Gemini. And then all the results. It's just where things are. So you need to have that clear messaging, and the books fill because they have the information. When people do searches and they go out and they find it and they're like, tell me what this book is. That gets into the thing. See what I'm saying? You need that clear messaging, and you need to then put it where people are going for books, and that's Amazon. And they're selling 95% of all books. But then, and here's the piece that almost everybody misses. I'm just going to tell it to you straight up. Making an offer that is casual and comfortable and builds on the relationship that you built in the book to the people. Okay, now fiction authors, they do this very, very well. Most of them. I mean, the good ones, the ones that their name, because, and I'll use Terry Brooks because he's one of my favorites. Back in the day, the original Sword of Shannara that came out in like 1976 was a standalone book. It had a beginning, middle, end, conclusion. Okay. And Terry did the first 3 books in the Shannara series that way. And mostly because the publisher made him, he began from there on out putting the books out as 3, a few of the series are 4-book series. So it's that one book, but it's now 3 books. But only one of them comes out a year. And they leave you at a, let's be honest, kind of dissatisfied place where you really want the next book. And then you got to wait a year for it. Sometimes, and a lot of the authors are doing this really well in fiction, they will, because the book's already written, they will put the introduction or the first chapter of the next book at the end of the book. So now you really, really want it. You see, but often in our teaching, in our nonfiction books, we may even do really good lessons at the end of each time, or journaling, or those kind of things. But do we specifically tell them at the end of the book, here's the next thing? Not just, okay, so I've taught you all these things here, now go do this. But here's the next step you can take with me. You see, if you thought of your book as a landing page, you scroll through that whole long landing page, it takes you 20 seconds, it takes you 3 minutes, whatever, scrolls on and on and on and on and on. Okay. But rather than getting annoyed like we do with long landing pages, the people are going deeper and deeper and deeper. They go through it. And there's even some cool gamification things we can do with your book to make it even more powerful and make people be more engaged. But then when you get to the end, you need to tell them, here's the next thing I'd like to help you with. Just like as we're getting close to the end of this, what I'd like to share with you today is you've got the opportunity to move from this feeling place from the place where it's so loud and so noisy and we're asking so many what if questions of ourselves, to a clear, simple, easy one choice. If you could do one thing today, you could take that action and it could have an actual real impact on your visibility, meaning your marketing, which your marketing is going to lead to your sales. Your sales are going to lead to money. Okay. If you could do the one thing today, would you do it? If you're interested in that, DM the word amplify. Drop it in there. Put it in the comments. Send me a direct message. And if you're just really overwhelmed today, you can still go to thrivingbestsellers.com/books, and you can still get free books today. All of them are still available today. And they have some really cool, actionable things. There are great love stories that Rising Phoenix wrote. There is The Mindset Method by Jamie Ellithorpe. You absolutely need to get this, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed. You need that mindset reset today. You can read about Lataxion and the legal struggles he had, where they literally tried to take his child and his ability to be able to see his little girl away from him. You can go on another great adventure in Slick Rock with Relic, who has been in several books that A.W. Baldwin has written. You can watch as Odie talks you through how to show up powerfully as a woman in this world and how to celebrate yourself. You can listen in and read through Linda as she talks about the conclusion to her story and how she rose from the ashes of literally going to prison to having a really amazingly cool life now. Or you can laugh along with Robert as he talks about how you can flush away your fears and how to make the most powerful decisions, yes, in the thinking room, on the throne. And the list goes on and on. There's so many great books that are available. Thrivingbestsellers.com/books. I really do hope you'll get them. Get all of them. Just have them sitting on your Kindle and it'll be something for you to do. It helps those authors. It helps you. It's going to really, really help reboot yourself. And then absolutely do. Drop the word, DM the word amplify in the comments, in a direct message. Do it now, because somebody is waiting on you. But the person more than anything that's waiting on you is you. You need to see and know and feel and live in the place of how incredibly powerful you are. And visibility is the key to that. You see, you didn't miss your moment. In fact, you're standing on it right now. Today you get to choose. You can choose overwhelm, you can choose relaxation, or you can choose a simple action that leads to visibility. But whichever way you go, I hope that you'll step into the truth, because truth changes everything. And you were meant to change the world. I invite you to do that. And I'm so glad you were here with me. Tomorrow, we're going to be back again tomorrow. And we're still heading forward. We've got this whole entire really incredibly cool holiday season that we're going to be celebrating together. The books won't be free tomorrow, so get them today. Thrivingbestsellers.com/books. But do join me again tomorrow, and we'll talk more again behind the curtain and really truly do the things that only you can do each day as we live, yes, as thriving entrepreneurs. Yeah, that's the name of my radio show. Used to saying those drop-ins. And until we're together again next time, I hope you're happy, safe, warm, and loved, and that you have a great week.